The sun's barely cracked the horizon. You're staring at a bank account screaming zero, and the weight of yesterday's failures feels like a cinder block on your chest. One question burns. Are you done? Or are you just getting started? If something in these words lights a fire in you, don't let it burn out. Hit that like button. Drop your truth in the comments, and subscribe to SoulFuel for the kind of motivation that doesn't fade. Let's rise together. Let's begin. You're not where you want to be. Maybe you're in Seattle grinding a job that sucks your soul dry. Maybe you're in Memphis watching debt stack higher than your dreams. Maybe you're in Tucson waking up to a life that feels like a stranger's. Life's hitting you hard: layoffs, rejections, doubts so loud they drown out your heartbeat. But here's the raw, unfiltered truth: you're not broken. You're one thought away from rewriting your story. Napoleon Hill didn't just write books. He cracked the code to greatness. He said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve." That's not a quote. It's a weapon. Your mind is the battlefield where millionaires are forged. Own it. Shape it. Make it yours. Let's cut to the chase. Thinking like a millionaire doesn't start with money. It starts with a decision, a gut-deep, no-turning-back choice to stop thinking small. Hill studied men like Carnegie, Ford, Edison, men who turned dirt into dynasties. Their secret: they didn't wait for cash to validate them. They didn't beg for permission. They thought like kings before their kingdoms existed. You want to be a millionaire? Stop chasing dollars. Start building the man who commands them. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome, faced chaos daily yet wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That's Stoic truth. Life's storms don't control you, your response does. So what's your response? Curl up and quit, or stand tall and fight? Picture this: it's dawn in Philadelphia. A man stands in his apartment staring at a cracked mirror. He's 36, just lost his sales gig. His bank account's at $742. His confidence is a ghost. The world says he's done. But he clenches his fists, looks himself in the eye, and whispers, "I'm not finished." That's where it starts. Not in a boardroom. Not in a bank vault. In a moment when you decide fear doesn't get the last word. Faith does. That's the millionaire mind. It's not about what you have. It's about who you're becoming. Let's talk about the enemy: your own head. That voice hissing, "You're too old. Too broke. Too late." That's not you. That's a lie programmed by years of doubt by a world that loves average. But you weren't born for average. You were born to dominate. David Goggins, a man who turned pain into power, says most people live at 40% of their potential. 40%. That means 60% of your fire is still locked inside, waiting for you to unleash it. Your mind's a muscle. Feed it fear and it'll chain you to mediocrity. Feed it faith and it'll build empires. So what are you feeding it? Excuses or action? Here's where most men fail: they wait. They wait for the perfect plan, the perfect moment, the perfect bank balance. Newsflash: perfect doesn't exist. Millionaires don't wait for green lights. They move through red ones. Hill said every adversity carries the seed of an equivalent benefit. Your empty wallet. It's not a dead end. It's a forge. Your rejection letters. They're not stop signs. They're roadmaps. Your pain. It's not a curse. It's your fuel. But only if you choose it. Only if you stop whining and start working. Only if you decide your mind is stronger than your circumstances. Picture a man in Orlando sunrise painting the sky orange. He's 39, just got passed over for a promotion. His account's at $1,300. His dreams feel like smoke, but he's not done. He grabs a notebook, writes one sentence: "I will start my own marketing firm by next year." He doesn't have clients, he doesn't have capital, but he's got a spark. He studies branding until his eyes burn. He cold calls prospects, voice steady despite the nerves. That's the millionaire mind. It's not about having the answers. It's about asking better questions. It's about moving when others freeze. Let's talk clarity because it's everything. Hill said, "You must know exactly what you want. Vague dreams get vague results. You don't say, 'I want more money.' That's weak. That's poverty thinking. You say, 'I will earn $200,000 by December 31st, 2027. You say, 'I will launch a podcast that reaches 10,000 listeners. You say, 'I will buy my first rental property by next summer.' Clarity is your sword. It cuts through the fog of doubt. Write your goal. Speak it, feel it, live it. The universe doesn't answer wishes, it answers commands. Now let's talk resistance. Your brain's wired for safety, not success. It loves comfort, it loves familiar. But wealth lives where most men turn back. David Goggins calls it the suck. That moment when your legs burn, your heart's heavy, and every fiber of you screams quit. That's where millionaires are made. Not in the spotlight, not in the easy wins. In the dark, in the grind, in the moments no one sees. Goggins didn't become a SEAL by feeling ready. He became one by embracing the pain. You don't need to feel ready. You need to move. Right now, today. Here's a truth that'll sting. You're not entitled to anything. Not success, not wealth, not respect. The world owes you nothing. But you owe yourself everything. You owe yourself the discipline to rise, the courage to fail, the belief that you're enough. Hill said the starting point of all achievement is desire, not a weak want. A burning, gut-deep desire that makes you say no to distractions, no to excuses, no to the old you. That's what separates the man who dreams from the man who builds. Millionaires don't have better ideas. They have stronger desires, clearer visions, unbreakable resolve. Picture a man in Raleigh dawn breaking over a quiet street. He's 35, just got out of debt from a failed startup. His account's at $2,900. His past feels like a weight, but he's not broken. He's in his garage lifting a kettlebell, sweat dripping like defiance. Each rep is a vow, I'm not done. He's got a goal to start a fitness coaching business that changes lives. He doesn't have a gym yet. He doesn't have clients. But he's got a fire. He posts workout videos online. 1 view, then 10. That's the millionaire mind. It's not about the money yet. It's about the man you become. Let's talk stoicism. Marcus Aurelius faced war's betrayal plague, yet wrote, "The obstacle is the way." Your obstacles aren't stopping you, they're shaping you. That job loss. It's not a defeat. It's a detour to your destiny. That empty bank account. It's not a chain. It's a challenge to think bigger. Your pain is your teacher. Your struggle is your strength. But only if you choose it. Only if you stop blaming the world and start building your mind. Only if you take the reins and ride toward your vision. Here's where it gets real action. Millionaires don't think their way to wealth. They act their way there. Hill studied Thomas Edison, who failed 10,000 times before the light bulb worked. Did Edison wait for approval? No. He worked. He failed. He learned. He kept going. That's the millionaire mind. It's not about being perfect. It's about being relentless. It's about saying, I'll figure it out or I'll die trying. Your bank account might be empty, but your will, that's full. Use it. Act like your future depends on it. Because it does. Let's get practical. Your mind is a muscle. You don't build it by wishing. You build it by training. Start tomorrow at dawn. No snooze. Get up. Make your bed. It's your first win. Write your goals. I will save $10,000 this year. I will pitch my business to 5 investors this month. Read 10 pages of Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Move your body, run, lift, walk, sweat. It's not about fitness. It's about proving you're tougher than your excuses. Plan your day. Every hour. No drifting. Millionaires don't drift. They dominate. Picture one more scene at sunrise in Salt Lake City. A man's jogging through a park, breath fogging in the cold. He's 42, just lost his corporate job. His account's at $4,100. His kids need stability, his wife needs hope. But he's not running from his problems. He's running toward his purpose to start a consulting firm for startups. He doesn't have a website. He doesn't have leads. But he's got a vision. He makes 1 call, then 2. Each step is a rebellion against doubt. That's the millionaire mind. It's not about where you are. It's about where you're going. You're not your failures. You're not your bank account. You're the man who decides to rise. The man who chooses faith over fear, action over excuses, vision over doubt. The world's waiting for the man who thinks like a millionaire before his life looks anything like one. Will you be that man? Will you claim your mind and build your empire? You're in the fight of your life. The sun's barely up and doubt's already clawing at your throat. Your bank account's whispering failure. Your past is screaming regret, and the easy way out looks like a warm bed. But millionaires don't build empires by sleeping in. They build them by choosing the hard road, the one paved with sweat, sacrifice, and unrelenting discipline. Napoleon Hill said strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. That's not a suggestion, it's a law. Your life doesn't look like a millionaire's yet, but your mind can. Will you forge it, or will you let it rust? Discipline is the fire that turns a broke man in Dallas into a king. It's not sexy. It's not a TikTok montage. It's the grind at 6 a.m. in a freezing Milwaukee gym when the barbell feels like it's mocking you. It's choosing a book over a beer, a plan over a party. David Goggins says you don't get better on the days you feel like it. You get better on the days you don't. That's the truth. The days you want to quit, the days your body begs for rest, the days the world says you're done, those are the days that make you. Those are the days that carve a millionaire's mind. Picture this. It's dawn in Charlotte. A man's in his garage lacing up worn-out sneakers. He's 37, just got laid off from a factory job. His bank account's at $1,643. His kids need school supplies, his wife's worried, and his confidence is a flicker. But he runs. 1 mile, then 2. Each step is a middle finger to doubt. Each breath is a vow: I'm not my circumstances, I'm my choices. He's not running for fitness. He's running to rebuild his life, to start a logistics business by next year. That's discipline. That's the millionaire mind. It's not about where you are. It's about where you're headed. Let's talk habits. Your life today is the sum of your choices yesterday. Scroll X for hours. That's a habit. Hit snooze 3 times. That's a habit. Complain about your boss, your bills, your luck. That's a habit. And habits are votes. Every day you're voting for the man you'll become. Millionaires vote differently. They vote for discipline. They vote for growth. They vote for action. Hill said, "You are the master of your destiny. You can influence, direct, and control your own environment. Your habits are your environment. Build them like a fortress. Burn the ones that keep you small." Here's where most men stumble. They chase feelings. They wait for motivation, for that perfect surge of energy. Newsflash: motivation's a liar. It's a spark that dies when the wind blows. Millionaires don't run on motivation. They run on commitment. Commitment to show up when you're tired, when you're broke, when you're scared. David Goggins didn't become a legend by feeling good. He became one by running through pain, by doing the work when his body screamed stop. You don't need to feel like a millionaire to think like one. You need to act like one. Start today, not tomorrow, now. Picture a man in Indianapolis sunrise cutting through his apartment window. He's 40, just got rejected for a loan to start a small business. His account's at $2,800. His dreams feel like they're on life support, but he doesn't quit. He sits at a wobbly kitchen table typing a business plan. He studies sales funnels until his eyes sting. He makes one cold call, then another, voice steady despite the fear. That's discipline. That's the Stoic way, focusing on what you control. You don't control the bank's no. You control your next call. You control your effort. You control your mind. Let's talk resistance. The second you commit to change, the world pushes back. Your buddies say, chill out. Your family says, be realistic. Your own head says, you'll fail. That's not failure. That's the test. Millionaires pass it. They don't argue with doubters. They don't negotiate with fear. They move. Marcus Aurelius said, if it's endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. Your job loss isn't the end. It's the forge. Your empty wallet isn't a curse. It's a call to battle. The pain you feel, that's the raw material for your empire. But only if you act. Only if you stop whining and start working. Here's how you build discipline: systems over feelings. Feelings fade. Systems endure. Start tomorrow at dawn. No snooze. Get up. Make your bed. It's your first win. Write your goals. I will save $15,000 this year. I will pitch my app idea to 10 developers this month. Read 10 pages of a book that sharpens you. Hill, Goggins, Aurelius, doesn't matter. Move your body. Run, lift, walk, sweat. It's not about the exercise. It's about proving you're tougher than your excuses. Plan your day. Every hour. No drifting. Millionaires don't drift. They dominate. Picture a man in Columbus, Ohio, 6 a.m., stepping into a gym that smells of iron and effort. He's 35, just lost his tech job. His account's at $3,200. His confidence is battered. The weights look impossible. His mind screams, you're done. But he lifts. 1 rep, then 2. Each rep is a rebellion against doubt. Each drop of sweat is a brick in his new foundation. He's not lifting weights. He's lifting his future. That's discipline. That's the millionaire mind. It's not about the money yet, it's about the man you become. Let's talk sacrifice. Millionaires don't have it easy. They choose hard. They say no to late nights with friends to work on their vision. They say no to scrolling X when there's a skill to learn. They say no to good enough. Sacrifice isn't punishment. It's investment. Every hour you spend sharpening your mind is an hour you're not wasting. Every dollar you save is a dollar you're not burning. Every no to distraction is a yes to your empire. Hill said, "Effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. Refuse to quit. When your legs burn, run harder. When your heart's heavy, lift anyway. When the world says stop, scream, go. Here's a truth that'll hit like a freight train: you're not special. Neither am I. Neither was Hill, Carnegie, or Goggins. They weren't born with golden keys. They were born with the same doubts, the same fears, the same 24 hours you have. What made them different? They acted. They built habits that turned dreams into reality. They didn't wait for the world to hand them a map. They drew their own. You've got the same power. Right now, in this moment, you can choose to act. You can choose to build. You can choose to become the man who commands wealth, not the one who begs for it. Picture a man in Louisville, dawn breaking over a quiet street. He's 38, just got out of a toxic job. His account's at $1,900. His dreams feel like ghosts. But he's not done. He's in his basement, punching a heavy bag, sweat stinging his eyes. Each punch is a vow: I'm not broken. He's got a goal to start a woodworking business that sells custom furniture. He doesn't have a workshop yet. He doesn't have clients. But he's got a fire. He carves one piece, then another. He posts photos online. One order, then two. That's discipline. That's the millionaire mind. It's not about the dollars yet, it's about the grind. Let's talk failure, because it's coming. You'll pitch a client and get ghosted. You'll launch a project and it'll flop. You'll set a goal and miss it. That's not the end. That's the process. Hill said every failure carries the seed of an equivalent success. Every rejection is a lesson. Every flop is a map. Every miss is a chance to aim better. Millionaires don't fear failure. They fear stagnation. They fear the man who stops swinging. So keep swinging. Keep failing. Keep learning. Keep growing. The only real failure is quitting. Here's another picture. It's 6 a.m. in Boise. A man's running through a foggy park, breath sharp in the cold. He's 41, just lost his retail job. His account's at $2,700. His kids are asking why he's stressed. But he's not running from his problems. He's running toward his future, a podcast that inspires men to rise. He doesn't have a studio. He doesn't have listeners, but he's got a mic and a mission. He records one episode, voice shaking but strong. He posts it, one download, then 10. That's discipline. That's the millionaire mind. It's not about the money yet. It's about the man you become. Your habits are your army. Every day you're either training them or letting them desert you. Millionaires train their habits like warriors. They wake early. They study relentlessly. They say no to distractions. They say yes to discomfort. They build systems that make success inevitable. You want to think like a millionaire? Start acting like one. Start living like one. Not when the money comes. Not when the world says yes. Now, right now, in this moment. The clock's ticking. Your future's waiting. What's your next move? Your life's a battlefield and the war's not over. The sun's creeping up, painting the sky with promise, but your doubts are louder than ever. Your bank account's a ghost town. Your past is a shadow and the world's screaming for you to quit. But millionaires don't quit. They don't drift. They burn with purpose. Napoleon Hill said a definite purpose is the starting point of all achievement. What's your purpose? What makes your soul roar so loud it drowns out fear? That's not a question. It's a demand. Find it, claim it, live it. Because a millionaire's mind isn't built on money. It's built on a vision so fierce it bends reality. Purpose isn't a soft word. It's a blade. It's the reason you're up at 4 a.m. in a quiet Denver suburb, scribbling plans on a legal pad while the world sleeps. It's the fire that pulls you through when your legs are lead and your heart's heavy. Hill didn't chase dollars. He chased a mission to decode success for every man bold enough to listen. David Goggins didn't run ultramarathons for trophies. He ran to shatter his own limits. What's your why? What's the one thing you'd fight through hell for? That's your fuel. Without it, you're just coasting, waiting for life to hand you scraps. Millionaires don't wait. They build. Picture this. It's dawn in Austin, Texas. A man stands on his porch, coffee gone cold, staring at a foreclosure notice. He's 36, just lost his construction job. His bank account's at $974. His dreams feel like dust. But he's not done. He grabs a notebook, writes one line, "I will start a home renovation business by next spring." It's not a plan yet. It's a purpose, a vow. He doesn't have tools or clients, but he's got a fire in his chest. He studies blueprints at night, makes calls during lunch breaks, and keeps going when doors slam. That's purpose. That's the millionaire mind. It's not about the money yet. It's about the man you become. Purpose isn't found in a seminar or a podcast. It's forged in the dirt of your struggles. Marcus Aurelius said, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears." Life's brutal. Accept it. But don't let it define you. Your purpose is what you choose to fight for when the world says give up. Maybe it's launching a barbershop in Miami that gives kids a safe place. Maybe it's writing a book in Boise that changes one life. Maybe it's building a tech startup in Raleigh that disrupts an industry. Name it. Own it. Let it burn so bright it blinds your doubts. Let's talk about the grind. Purpose without action is just a daydream. Millionaires don't sit around visualizing success. They move. They build. They bleed. Picture a man in St. Louis, 6 a.m., hunched over a laptop in a cramped apartment. He's 40, just got out of a toxic partnership that tanked his savings to $1,300. His confidence is bruised, but his purpose is iron: to start a non-profit that trains veterans for tech jobs. He doesn't have funding. He doesn't have a team. But he's got a why. He writes grant proposals until his fingers ache. He pitches to donors who say no. He keeps going. That's purpose in motion. That's the millionaire mind at work. Here's the raw truth. Purpose demands sacrifice. You'll lose sleep, friends, comfort. You'll say no to tailgates in Atlanta to work on your app. You'll skip vacations to grind in a Tulsa garage. You'll turn off the game to study your craft. Sacrifice isn't loss. It's investment. Every no to distraction is a yes to your legacy. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do what is right, not what is easy. The easy path leads to regret. The right path, the path of purpose, leads to greatness." So choose the hard road. Choose the path that makes you unstoppable. Clarity is your weapon. Hill said you must know exactly what you want. Vague dreams are like smoke, they vanish under pressure. A millionaire's purpose is razor sharp. It's not, "I want to be successful." It's, "I will open a gym in Nashville that trains 100 clients by 2028. It's, "I will launch a podcast in Cleveland that reaches 10,000 listeners." Write it down, speak it out loud. Speak. Feel it in your bones. Clarity isn't a tool. It's a torch. It lights the way when the world's dark. It's the map that turns a broke man in a Phoenix trailer into a king. Now let's talk about the war. Purpose isn't a smooth ride, it's a gauntlet. You'll get knocked down. Your first client will ghost you. Your business plan will flop. Your own mind will scream, "You're not enough." That's not the end. That's the test. David Goggins says, "When you're in hell, keep going." That's not a catchphrase, it's survival. Your purpose is your compass in that hell. It's the voice that says, "Get up." It's the fire that says, "This is my fight." When life hit back harder. Your purpose is your fist. Here's a story. In Des Moines, a man named Caleb, 38, hit rock bottom. Laid off from his marketing job, savings down to $2,100, marriage fraying. Most would quit. Not Caleb. He had a purpose: to start a digital agency that helps small businesses thrive. He didn't know coding. He didn't have clients, but he had a why. He spent nights learning SEO, hands shaking from exhaustion. He pitched to local shops, got rejected. He kept going. 8 months later, he landed his first client, then 3. It's not millions yet, but it's impact, it's purpose, it's the seed of an empire. Consistency is your backbone. Purpose isn't a one-time spark, it's a daily vow. You'll wake up some days feeling like a fraud. You'll face weeks where nothing clicks. That's not a sign to stop. It's a sign you're close. Hill said persistence is to the character of man as carbon is to steel. Your purpose is your steel. You don't quit when it's hard. You don't flinch when it hurts. You show up. At 5 a.m. in a freezing Omaha gym. At a desk in a Charlotte attic studying until dawn. You show up because your purpose isn't negotiable. Picture this. It's 6 a.m. in Birmingham, Alabama. A man's running through a quiet park, breath fogging in the cold. He's 35, just lost his retail job. His account's at $1,800. His kids need stability, his wife needs hope. But he's not running from his problems. He's running toward his purpose to start a food truck that brings his community together. He's got no truck, no permits, no clue how to start. But he's got a vision. He saves every dollar, studies recipes at night, pitches to local markets. He fails. He keeps going. That's purpose. That's the millionaire mind. It's not about the money yet. It's about the man you become. Let's talk doubters. They're everywhere. Your coworker who says that's crazy. Your cousin who says, why bother your own head, that whispers you're too old. They're not your enemies. They're your fuel. Every doubt is a chance to prove them wrong. Every no is a chance to say, watch me. Hill said, no one is ever defeated until defeat is accepted as a reality. Don't accept it. Don't let small minds shrink your purpose. You're not here to fit in. You're here to build something that outlives you. Here's another picture. It's 5 a.m. in Spokane. A man's in his basement lifting a barbell, sweat dripping like defiance. He's 42, just climbed out of debt from a failed restaurant. His account's at $3,400. His past feels like a chain, but his purpose is a key to coach entrepreneurs through failure. He doesn't have a platform. He doesn't have followers, but he's got a fire. He records a video on his phone, voice steady despite the fear. He posts it online, 1 view, then 10. That's purpose. That's the millionaire mind. It's not about the dollars yet. It's about the difference you make. Here's how to think like a millionaire before your life looks anything like one. First, own your mind. Reject fear. Embrace faith. Visualize your success daily. See the office, the deal, the legacy. Second, forge discipline. Wake at 5 a.m., study your craft, move your body, say no to distractions. Third, define your purpose. Write it. I will earn $100,000 by 2028. Speak it, live it. Fourth, embrace failure. Every rejection is a lesson. Every flop is a map. Fifth, stay consistent. Show up when it's brutal. Sixth, act now. Don't wait for money or permission. Move today. Seventh, guard your purpose. Say no to doubters. Say yes to your vision. You're standing on the edge of your destiny. The old you is fading. The new you is rising. Your purpose is your sword. Your discipline is your shield. Your mind is your kingdom. Don't wait for a dollar to validate you. Start now. What's your purpose? What's your next step? If you felt something shift while listening, don't ignore it. Like the video, leave your voice in the comments and subscribe to SoulFuel, where courage is sparked and the life you deserve takes shape.